welcome on the new Coach 7 Academy Love Guide. I'm Corentin Guinez, driver for Simmercy, and today we are around mid-Ohio with the Porsche 700 GT4 for the last week of the 2024 Season 2 of the Falcon Sports Car Series. First, as usual, we're gonna go with the outlap, and then we will talk together about the details about the combo. So yep, let's get started. Alright guys, here we go for the lap around mid-Ohio with the Porsche 700 GT4. So as you can see, T1 comes pretty quickly after we cross the start-finish line, so you don't really have a long straight for the start-finish line. As you can see, when I'm getting past the 200 meter board, sorry about that, when you get past the 200 meter board, like I'm just braking between the 200 board and the 100, so yeah, when you are in the middle of the two, I guess it feels like you are closer from the 100, but when the car is, I guess the car is in the very middle of the two, if we look at this like that, and even like that it almost feels like you're closer of the 200. I'm just going on the brake. Main target is to slow down a bit the car, but at the same time you are not really well, you're just trying to slow down the car, but at the same time you're not trying to really smash the brakes. It's just about slowing down a bit the car on the entry, but then you really wanna keep as much momentum as possible, and at the same time just trying to find the rotation. So as you can see on the entry, just going on the brake, just going about 65% or something, holding the brakes down to third, and then as you can see just before I'm reaching the curbing on the inside, just going early on power, trying to find the rotation, trying to keep the momentum, and then same early on when I'm in the middle of the curbing, going fully on power, going up the gears, through the gears, and then just trying to get the curb on the outside. For a reference, I guess you can maybe just keep the left wheels of this new bit of tarmac, I would say, on the track, and then keep one wheel on it. So this can be a reference of the racing line actually through T1. Then we move to the left as we will approach the hairpin. So as a reference, just looking at the 200 on the left side. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at as a braking reference. So as you can see, when it disappears on the left, just going on the brake, smashing the brake at the beginning, but then when I'm getting into the corner, just releasing the brake to find the rotation. Then I will drop to second. Then I will just make sure I'm not going too wide. So that's why I'm staying with quite a lot of pressure until I'm really getting into the corner. And then as you can see, when you see that the downhill starts, then that's really the point when you have to go on power. Just trying to follow the once again the new tarmac on the track. Then same, just try to make sure you're not being too aggressive on power, because it's really easy to get some oversteer. And then once you are facing the exit, just try to open the steering, and then as you can see, when I just open the steering, as you can see, open the steering, then full power. So then you can have a nice momentum, get the curb on the exit, and then you have this beautiful straight. So one of the few overtakes opportunities you're gonna have. Then as a reference for this one, just looking at the 400 on the left. So as you can see, getting past the 400, EV on the brake, just trying to brake as much as I can when the car is straight, but then when I'm starting to turn to the right, well, basically just waiting the 100 board to turn to the right. Then just releasing the brakes, I will jump to third, but I won't jump to second. Third is good enough, I think. And you don't wanna lose the momentum, because if you jump to second, you will of course slow down again the car and you will lose the momentum. So third is good enough. So as you can see, I just hold the brake, get the curb on the inside, and then when I'm getting past the curb, or even when I'm on the curb, just going on power, trying to go aggressively on power, because I want to make sure I'm not going too wide for this one, because I want to prepare this left one. So by going aggressively on power, I just want to make sure I can go a bit tighter on the exit of this one, so then I can really have a good momentum for the entry of the left one just after. So as you can see, just trying to make sure I leave a bit of a margin. So I think there is you should put another car on the left. So as soon as you have a car wide on the left, then you should be fine for the entry. And then as you can see, when I'm just on the entry, just can almost follow the lines, the tire marks on the ground. But as you can see, when the corner is starting, just going on the brake, I will jump to second, just try to keep it tight on this one, but without running the curb, because if you run the curb, you will lose the grip, you will lose the traction as well. So you don't wanna run the curb for this one. And then as you can see, when I'm on top of the corner, just going on power, trying to find the rotation, open the steering on the exit to put the power down, and then I move to the left to prepare the right one. When I'm on the very left, once again, on the brake, just about slowing down a bit the car, but at the same time you want to find the rotation, so you don't need to put a massive amount of braking. I think I stay with third for this one. I guess there is two options. You can drop to second, but I think it feels smoother with the third gear. So yeah, I think I prefer to keep third, and I don't think second is really necessary anyway. So it doesn't really help you actually. So yeah, it even adds some difficulties, I would say. So yeah, if you have the right momentum, third is definitely good enough. So as you can see, on the brakes, trying to find the rotation, and then even before I'm getting into the corner early on power, trying to find the momentum. Need to do that because with third gear, like I said, you need to make sure you have the good momentum, a good momentum on the entry, so then you can carry that momentum and you won't be too slow on the exit with the third, because then if you are getting too slow though, the second might be better. So yeah, then with third on the exit, just trying to keep a bit of a margin for this left one, so then I can just come back on the I can just come back on the curb. Just make sure you are not being too greedy on the inside, because you can get an off track. So just make sure you are straight away back on the track when you are leaving the curb. So don't put a wheel on the gravel, like this gravel, which is the exit road. And then once again, just try to make sure you can stay to the left, so then you can, I mean, as much as you can on the left. So then this means you gonna have a better line for the double right which are coming. Then on top of the crest, steer to the right, get the curb on the inside, and then once you are leaving the curb, go on the brake. Same, do not try to brake too much. It's just about slowing down a little bit the car on the entry, but it's mainly about to find the rotation. Aim for the curb on the left, so get on the curb, and then once you are on the curb, turn a bit more to the right. So then at that point you really put most of the steering angle. So still on the brakes, and then just when you are about to get into the very inside of the corner, then you go on power. Try to open the steering even before you are getting on top of the crest, and then full power. Just try to keep the steering open, get the curb on the exit, and then we move on to the last sector of the track. So move the car to the right. Then just look at the 200-meter board on the right side. So you want to brake just a bit before the 200-meter board, because if you brake too late, then there is a chance that you just lose the grip and get some massive understeer on top of the crest, which is basically the apex of the corner. So yeah, just brake, I would say, at 220 or 210 or something like that. Gonna drop to third, I think. I'm not sure if I'm dropping to second. Yeah, I just keep third. So once again, braking at 210, 220, 215, something like that. So just a bit before the 200. Then drop to third, keep the brakes. And then when I'm reaching the curb, just going on power, trying to find the rotation on the exit. So you wanna go a bit more aggressively on power, because if you are being too kind on the exit, you won't find the rotation, and then you will have to slow down the car on the exit of this one. So yeah, as you can see, being a bit aggressive, and then on the exit really pushing on throttle to almost makes the car a bit slide. As you can see, the car is sliding a little bit. You can see a bit the counter steering. And then yeah, same for this one. I almost forgot, don't cut it too much, because it's really easy to get the enough track, by the way. So then on power, going full power on the exit, then just basically going on the curb, and when I'm leaving the curb, straight away going on the brake. Same, main target is to slow down the car. Of course, it's not the same as the few corners we saw before. You really have to slow down the car, but at the beginning you have to make sure you're not braking too much, because then you will lose all of the rotation. You will put more braking around there, because the car will be for a few seconds or something like that a bit more I would say that a bit more straight. I think so. Not straight, but it's gonna be easier to slow down the car there, because from this point you really need to find the momentum to reach the place I've shown you just before. So as you can see, just off the curb, going on the brake, trying to bring the car to what I've shown you. So basically this the middle of this corner. So as you can see, on the brakes, trying to bring the car to the middle of the track. And then once you are really getting past this curbing on the right side, then you just start to go on power, trying to find the rotation on the exit. Main target is to make sure you can really go step by step on throttle and not going on off, otherwise you will get some wheel spin, and because it bounces, there is quite a few bumps in the last two corners, so just make sure you are being gentle on the throttle. Then down to second, getting past the beginning of the curb on the right side, as you can see right there. And then you just almost follow the new track you can find on the track, the new piece of tarmac you can find on the track. And then as you can see, on power, trying to just adjust the power to the rotation of the car and to the grip of the car. And then same, just try to not run completely this curbing, at least not too high, not running too much of the curb, because then you can lose the grip while going on power. And then yeah, once you are exiting this corner, I just flat out, just make sure you're not cutting too much on this left one, because it's really easy to get enough track on the left. Of course, if you get the curb, you have to get a bit of grass, so that's why you can get enough track. And then yeah, nothing really incredible for the end of the lap, to be honest, except this left one, to be careful with the off track, but then yeah, we will be done for the lap around mid-Ohio. Alright guys, we're done for today. That was the last week of the Falcon Sports Car Series. We were at mid-Ohio with the Porsche. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Coach Dev Academy channel. and join the Discord server if you have any questions about the work we're making. And yeah, I see you for season 3 now. See you next time.